Nobodies.
I try to be more like a cat.
Yeah.
Hey, why are you getting mad at me? You got a cat, right?
As soon as you come, you're like, I gotta work early, so yeah, I'm gonna need you to go.
When you go out there, you do your thing. You tell me, don't touch me. Oh, what do you mean, don't touch me? But this is my boundary. Just respect it. I don't have to answer your question to why I said what I said.
Do you feel that everybody has that area of their life that they're meticulous? Because like he might wash his car every 2 days. Like I have to make sure my balls are shaved every day.
Sorry. Rakeem, RAHKEEM_P. You'll see a dude in a beanie doing this.
Don't worry, no one listens to the end of these.
So maybe you should put those at the front.
Oh.
I did a fucking ladies' night, and it was a fashion show. So they had all these guys come out and
Yeah.
being all just sexy as fuck, and you had all these old ladies in there. And then I fucking took a picture with this one lady, or somebody sent it to me. Come to find out, it was one of my friend's grandmas, and I was like,
"Oh shit!
You're lucky your grandma wasn't a little bit younger, cause
you're gonna get it."
Yeah.
I was in Jackpot one time, and I was in Jackpot and I was gambling next to this girl, and she was probably 45. Like that's what I'm guessing. This was like 5 years ago or something. And she was just like like she was playing the video over. And so we start talking, and she's like, "Yeah, my grandchild this," and I was, because I thought she was stupid
grandchild,
hot. And I was just like, "Dude, I've never even considered a gilf, but I would be down to play a gilf, but I have never." But it was on my mind. I normally fuck girls that are younger than me, but
see, I love older women.
Yeah,
I love older women.
See, there's something for everybody.
What's up, baby?
Russ, you coming on again?
Okay. You're right. Too much. I didn't ask.
Dude, at least you know. Do you have cats or dogs?
I used to have, my ex had 2 cats. And this girl I'm hanging out with, she has a dog. I grew up with a lot of animals, so I just appreciate them. And I just think it's fascinating that pets have been a part of our lives for so long. And we literally cannot crack the code of how they fucking speak.
Dude, yeah. Well, cats are even harder because there's no rhyme or reason. Like there's these moments where he's like cuddled up next to me, purring, I'm petting him. Then the next second he just starts biting me. He's like,
yeah, he's just like, I'm done with
bro,
I'm done with the love.
Yeah.
I would say I'm definitely like a cat.
Yeah.
It's like I'll come for the loving, and I'm just like, all right, I'm done. Leave me the fuck alone.
That's kind of like I feel like that's kind of like the male behavior when if it's like hookup culture where you go in, you're like, "Ooh, you're so dope, blah, blah, blah." You're like trying to get it. As soon as you come, you're like, I gotta work early. So, yeah, I'm gonna need you to go.
No, honestly, yeah.
We try to do it really gently, but cats don't even do it gently. They're just like, all right, I'm over it.
I try to be more like a cat.
Yeah.
Hey, why are you getting mad at me? You got a cat, right? Your cat treats you worse than I do.
Yeah, exactly. I kindly asked you to leave.
Oh. All right.
Wow,
I won't touch you no more. Where's the other one?
Yeah.
You can't be in here on our interview. Bye.
Momo never comes in here. Russ.
Oh, you want to throw hands?
Oh, dude, he'll go. Dude, as soon as he gets stimulated, look at his whiskers. They go like this. They're like, see how they start like curling like way in.
And cat's reflexes are insane too.
I try to clip his nails every couple weeks, dude. Then if he gets you, I have this scratch like right here on this tattoo. It just got so deep.
I see it, yeah.
And then yeah, man, if it gets you good. There was this one time, so he's an inside cat, has long hair. So every time he gets outside, he'll just get super dirty, gets dreads, you know, like shit caught in his hair and whatever. So I don't really let him outside, but he'll still sneak outside a bunch. He like sits by the door. And I had this new roommate. Do you know Chris Hurd? I feel like you know everybody, but
no,
he's
our face is more so for me.
Yeah, he's like this redhead, red beard. He's been in Boise forever, but Jesus Christ, dude.
Was that a fart?
That
you better
was
be fucking growling. Oh.
Dude, I have no idea what's been going on with him. He was like growling or like hissing at my cable over there. I was like, what the fuck, dude? But so he was trying to get out and the door was like half cracked and he was like about to pull it open. So Chris was running over to the door to grab the door. He used to live with me. And I was coming down the steps and I saw him like trying to get out. So I just take my keys and I chuck it at the door to like scare him because then it'll like jump away. So they hit the door and he just jumps up and spins around and Chris is like right there. And he's like,
damn.
And just caught Chris like right under the eye. And I mean, just the line like this.
Damn.
And it just like starts bleeding. I'm like, dude, well, you're going to have a good scar story.
Fucking man.
Dude, and then the next second he's just
all right, asshole. Okay, asshole. I like it though.
Dude, the first time I met you was
wait, hold on. Is this rolling?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Hey, I like that. That's dope. Okay.
Yeah, I just start it when it starts.
Yeah.
Even if we've been talking for 10 minutes, it's not interesting. I'll just start it when it starts getting interesting.
Yeah, understandable. Okay, dope.
Sick. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking Rashad. So how'd you come up with Rakim for DJ?
My first name is Rashad. My middle name is Akeem.
Okay. So just like mix. I like
Perfect.
it.
I know people are always like, well, do I call you Rashad or call you Rakim? And I'm just like, I'll answer to both because it's literally both are my name.
Right.
But I feel like people that call me Rashad, they know me outside of being a DJ. If you call me Rakim, all you know is me being a DJ. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I leave that up to people, but I always have that explanation to be like, listen, nothing's off the table, and either or I'm going to answer, you know?
Dude, I just started reading this book. It's called The Alter Ego Effect.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of based around this like psychology of if you want to, especially for like success-minded individuals, you create an alter ego that like goes against like what you feel is your nature, but is like a different part of you.
Mm-hmm.
And so the biggest example is Beyonce. She created Sasha Fierce,
yeah,
because she was a church girl, a choir girl, you know, Christian, and so once she started like getting into like more provocative dancing, she's like, I can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
And so she created this alter ego. But that was like this, and she explains how she just like once she creates that and she goes on stage, she's like, sometimes I'm like out of my Beyonce mind and into this.
Mm-hmm.
And another example is Kobe when he created Black Mamba.
Mm-hmm.
And so this whole book's about that shit. But it's like there's definitely different parts of us, and I have to figure that out because I'm just like way chill, and I don't like doing marketing or whatever, but I've realized I'm like, dude, I need to fucking get the fuck out there and really push for some things I want. So
for you, will you say the things that you say right now, right? If you can be your inner self. So you go out, right, and you're just like, you're chill, you're calm, but there's something in you that's like, oh, if I was this way, I would talk to this person or do this. Like, how does that look for you? Because that's who wants to come out and play.
Right. And the only reason why it doesn't come out is because of my own insecurities or like nervousness or like the fear. You know, I guess I would say it's the fear. It's like, do you ever watch Talladega Nights?
Mm-hmm.
With Will Ferrell, where they puts the tiger in the car. He's like, you gotta face the fear. Dude.
Literally.
But yeah, like, so there's like, yeah, I want to go talk to that person. I want to go like show off show my skill set to this person. Or for me, I'm like, I want to go hit on that girl at the bar, blah, blah. But I'm nervous. Like, what if she blah, 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 all this that's just like this insecurity of this nerdy little kid that I used to be. So I have to recreate like either an alter ego or like bring out that side of me that's like, fuck that fear. I'm going to be this person. I'll talk to who I want. Mm-hmm. I approach who I want. I go get what I want, So, but the concept's pretty good.
Yeah. That's like everything that I've done. Like you met me in a stage of a massive awakening. And I've been.
Do you mean this year or this like what's
I'd say since me and my ex, we broke up last October.
Okay.
So it's been damn near almost a year now, and I've done a lot of healing, a lot of reading, a lot of growth, and like right now, I'd say I'm in my I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do. I know everything that I say and do isn't quote unquote I don't even know. Take the quote unquote out. Cut quote unquote. Nah, keep it because this is a good bit. But I don't know. I've read so much books. I've been to a retreat, and one thing for me was boundaries, right? And it was just learning your boundaries and having people understand your boundaries. It's crazy when you go out there, you do your thing, you're in your own realm, right? You tell me, don't touch me. Oh, what do you mean don't touch me? But this is my boundary, just respect it. I don't have to answer your questions to why I said what I said. So this year, honestly, for me, it's been insane. And I said this to somebody last night. I was like, every sales job that I've had, if I were to go back to those sales jobs, I would absolutely kill it. Because I'm in a time in my life where I feel like old people, but I'm still young.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is old people don't give a fuck. And they're gonna speak their mind. They're gonna tell it how it is. And it's like, you could either get offended or you can be like, damn, all right, old timer, I hear you. You know what I mean? And that's just where I am. And I've butt heads with a lot of people, but honestly, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, my job is not to cater to your feelings.
Yeah.
I'm living for me. I'm not living for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
33.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm 38.
Yeah.
And I think I do think it's a process for me because I spent my entire life trying to please people or I want people to like me. And I'm still dealing with that if I say this thing they might not like me. And so getting past that's why old people are good at it, because they have had a lifetime of slowly but surely caring less and less and less about what other people think.
Absolutely.
And then they're just like, no, this is what I think. And then if people are like, dude, that's rude, they're like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you think. And I also notice this with old creepy dudes. I think I've said this before, but the younger girls will be like, dude, why are these guys so creepy? I was like, because they don't give a fuck if they creep you out.
Yeah.
They really don't, because they've lived their entire life. They don't really care anymore. They have when you say you have 0 fucks at 25, you probably don't. You still have some fucks.
No, for sure.
Those guys have no fucks. They do not care. They're not getting canceled. They're not they don't care if they creep every girl out in the room. They're like, fuck them. And so they just do what they want.
Yeah, it's cool, but yeah, low key is kind of fucked up. I hear what you're saying, but yeah, it's just honestly, honesty is the best thing for us. I heard this quote, and it was I'd rather kill you with the truth than hurt you with a lie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because a lie that can go on and on and on and on. You can keep somebody fucking going, and then you have to get your story together to put that story together. Blah, blah, blah. Or do I just you ain't gonna like this? but I'm gonna say it anyways. I think you get way more respect for that shit, and that's the way that I like to operate. Because I like to tell the truth. I like to be straight fucking forward because life's too short, and there's too much communication that is like iffy. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, I don't know exactly what they meant, but no, bitch, tell me what you want.
Yeah.
Tell me what you don't beat around the bush. Don't worry about my feelings. This is about you. How do you feel right now? Tell me.
Yeah.
And my job is to learn, understand, and appreciate, or go our separate ways if shit don't match up. And there's nothing wrong with that. People, we get so caught up in caring about other people's feelings, which obviously we should, but at the same time, you lie to somebody, you're not caring about their feelings.
That's not,
you tell the truth, you care about their feelings, like whether it hurts you or not.
When did you, so this mindset, when did you switch into this?
Honestly, after I fucking got out of my last relationship.
Okay, so it's pretty new. Like you're just like.
I was in a relationship prior October last year for 2 years. Like I have a bunch of friends like that I used to kick it with before this relationship, and I got in a relationship, and you know how relationship shit goes. Like you get in it and then you're just shut out from everybody else, right? And I think I'm a pretty cool, fun fucking guy, you know what I mean? But if somebody doesn't match your vibe, it could definitely change you into somebody you don't want to be.
Right.
And I caught myself turning into somebody that I wasn't to be somebody that somebody else wanted me to be.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't me. You know what I mean? And I fought hard for the relationship, but it just wasn't me. So I had to, when we parted ways, she went left, I went right. Oh, she went left, I went right. Like, honestly, like, I went to therapy. I did a lot of healing. I got in some trouble in that relationship. So, like, I was in the court system, like, fucked up shit, like, honestly. And not to bring race into it, but bringing race into it.
You
as
are
a
an
black
Idaho
man, you know, dealing with all this shit is fucked up because I did everything that I could to get out of that situation because I knew where it was going. I already knew. Boom. So my thought process, get the fuck out. You know what I mean? I wasn't allowed to get the fuck out. So in that time, you know, shit happened. Cops were called. My ass, I had a gig Saturday. I got locked up Friday. Didn't get out till fucking Monday evening, 5 p.m. And so we go, and I stuck with this shit, which is something that I don't usually do, or never. If I feel betrayed like that, it's over, you know?
Yeah.
But we were living together, so I like held that, like, boom, all right, whatever. And just the fact that I get locked up, right? I get these charges, I'm paying all these bills, these court fees, fines. I have to see a psychiatrist. I have to take a fucking 4-hour test, bro. 4 fucking hours in one room in front of the computer, 4-hour test, just to see if I would be in this program for 26 weeks or 52 weeks.
Jesus.
52 weeks, yep.
Yeah.
Right? And come to find out, like, at the end of that whole shit, like, she's fucking around with some other dude, right?
Classic.
We live together. Fucking around with some other dude, right? So I'm like, all right, bet. I'm out. I leave, I move up to the North End. She's there, blah, blah. And now she's moved on, living a happy life. I'm getting texts at 5 a.m. in the fucking morning saying, you gotta go test. You gotta go test. You don't have to test today. You gotta go test.
Yeah.
I'm paying court fees. I'm paying to see my probation officer. All this. Well, this chick is out here just living her best life in a new relationship.
Yeah.
Like, all this, and it's so, like, honestly, bro, it's so fucked up. But what I got out of that is healing.
Yeah.
And that's the way that I am right now.
Yeah.
I will never settle for anything that she put me through.
Yeah.
And so that's why I came across, I went to therapy, I read books, and everything that I learned is just to speak your truth. My boy, or not my boy, but Charlamagne the God, he's on the Breakfast Club. He always says, speak your truth so nobody else can speak it against you.
Right.
So I'm out and about, like, I don't want these half-ass like relationships, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just like, yo, this is me. I'm gonna give you me because I'm not gonna fake the funk with you. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, that's all good. And
dude, I think that, I mean, this is just even not knowing you, but those kind of moments, you will, even if it sucks in this moment, like doing, you know, the court system right now, fast forward to 2 years, you'll be grateful that you didn't stay longer. You'll be grateful that, like, oh shit, that was the moment that propelled me into this new chapter of my life. And like, I mean, the person that I know, like now, I'm like, dude, I just see you killing it at the things that you were chasing after and doing. Like, you're going after what you want. And I mean, I don't know your ins and outs of your life, but that's like, sometimes the lowest moments are the shit that propels you to what you need to do in your life anyway, you know?
And it's a beautiful thing too, because I've been that person that's been like, I would be, I can't think of the word right now, but whatever somebody did, I would go along with it.
Chameleon.
Whatever somebody said, I would go along with it. But now it's just like, bitch, what the fuck you just say? Are you kidding me right now? Check yourself. You know what I mean?
Dude, there's a beauty in so I don't know if I'm always truthful. So I have this commitment to be 100% honest. And I decided this a couple of years ago. I got like like I just had this like betrayal, and I saw some of the people that I love the most lie to me, and I was like, oh shit. And I've since like moved past that, and I've realized that, and I still love them. So I was like, fuck, like everyone still ends up lying in some way or another. I was like, I don't want to be this person. I want to be very, very truthful. So I've had this commitment a couple of years, but that doesn't mean that I've never like slipped up and like lied in some sort of, you know, like, cause you find there's this one guy that I follow. He's like, people lie because they have a habit of lying to themselves their entire life. And so you are in this habit. And then sometimes you lie because you're embarrassed of something, or sometimes you lie because you don't, you know, like you don't want to lose something. But all that to be said, like, if you are like what you're saying is, instead of pretending to be somebody just so people like you, if you just are like, no, what the fuck did you say? So then you can cut out all that noise. So then you don't spend 2 years with the next relationship just because you pretended to be somebody else.
Exactly.
Instead, you're like, no, this is who I am.
Yep.
And then those people, like the people that don't resonate with that, they'll be like, nah, that dude's not for me. Cool. Well, then you're not for me either. And then the people that are resonating with you are like, dude, that guy is fucking straightforward, authentic, doesn't give a fuck. I resonate with that. Then those are your people.
Exactly.
So then it actually saves you time in the long run. Like, saves you all this like mental like hula hoops bullshit.
1000%.
Yeah.
If you're being real and honest with yourself and with other people, if you're being real and honest with yourself, okay, that shit is contagious. That's why that's why I am the way that I am. Is because I want to walk in a room and I want people to introduce me. And before they introduce me, I want to be like, yo, I'm about to introduce you to Rashad. And I'm just going to let you know, he might say some off the wall shit, but don't get offended. Like, this is who the fuck he is. You can make your decision on if you like him or not. And for me, I don't give a fuck who likes me or who don't. I'm out here, I'm doing my thing because I speak my shit. I live my truth, I speak my truth. I have no time to waste to care about other people's feelings. Yes, obviously I care about other people's feelings, but to the simple point that I have to I have to correct myself around this person or that person. Let me tell you something. I've been hanging around LGBTQIA. I fucking DJ at Balcony. I have friends that are gay. I have friends that are straight. And let me tell you one thing. I remember I was at an after party and I asked one of my friends who was gay, I asked him a question and it was a deep, because there's this game I like to play, it's called Questions. And it's like no bullshit type shit. It's like you literally sit down, you play this game, you think of a deep, intricate question, right?
Yeah.
Even if you think it's gonna make this person uncomfortable, you ask it. This person has the right to either say, I don't wanna answer that, or I'm gonna answer that, right? So I asked my gay friend a question. One of my other friends, she was like, Rashad, what? Like, you can't ask that. And I looked at her and I was like, why the fuck not? I was like, how am I supposed to know if I don't ask questions?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, this is the shit that makes us uncomfortable, and this is why we so fucking soft, is because we gotten out of the realm of asking people simple goddamn questions.
Right.
It's not that hard. LGBTQI community, they want us to understand them and learn them. But then I can't ask you a question on what you do.
Right.
How the fuck am I gonna learn?
Yeah.
Let me ask these questions. Let that person on the other side be like, all right, I'll answer this for you, or I won't.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Say one or the other.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
Dude, normally the people that get offended aren't the people that you're, I guess the people that you're asking. It's all the people that like either like want a posture to go to bat for those people, or like, you're not allowed to say this.
And those motherfuckers are the worst. Those motherfuckers are the worst. You see that shit with Candace Owens recently? And okay, so Candace Owens, she's like pregnant now. She went to like a university and shit. And this one girl, she gets the mic and she's like, well, I'm this and I'm that and I know what I am. Like, how would you react to somebody like me knowing? And she was like, life is tough. Wear a fucking helmet. She's like, you know who you are, right? Okay, good for you. But don't try to make me think the way that you think.
Right.
Because I'm human, you're human. If this is what you want, if this is what you believe, cool. But now you gotta understand me. And I think that's the disconnect, is because people try to fucking force you to think the same way, to be the same way, to move the same way. I'm like, damn, can I get a word in? Can I tell you? And that goes back to my gay friend, asking that question. Why are you like this? What happened in your life that made you switch and be like, okay, I'm gay? Or, okay, I'm trans. You know what I mean?
Right. So you just asked a question and then somebody else is pissed. Is that what you're saying? Like, so you're
from a lot of the shit that people have been trying to understand, that's what I've seen.
Yeah.
And it goes back to what you said. There's always those people that they try to stick up for LGBTQIA. And listen, I know so many fucking gay people, right?
Yeah.
And all the time, everybody's just like, yeah, they're doing too much. That's too much.
Yeah.
We don't even do that much. You know what I mean?
Right. Dude, I was listening. Do you know Dax Shepard? He used to be in Punk'd with Ashton Kutcher, but he has this podcast and he had the dude from Queer Eye on. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
But they got into this like thing where, because they're both left, like as far as like liberal lefty or whatever, like left from center, blah blah blah, what do you want to call it? But they got in this big argument over trans rights for kids, and it was I have no idea where I sit on an issue, but like it's just how one person feels about another. But like the one dude was like, if you feel like you're against it, you're not an ally, and he's like, dude. And Dax is like, if I'm with you on 9 out of 10 points and I'm not with you on this point, can I have a discussion about it? And the other dude's like, no, I'm tired of like and so in every like perspective, you have to have and like a conversation about it, and nobody's gonna agree. Like that's fine.
Yeah.
And this person over here feels this way. That's great. But you have to still let this other person feel this way and not just call them, wow, you're not like accepting whether it's my truth or you're a bigot or whatever the fuck you want to do. You're like, dude, he just has a different perspective than you.
Just
and
listen.
you can at least have a conversation. Doesn't mean you have to agree, but that doesn't make him a transphobe or vice versa. You know, whatever that thing is. And I thought it was really, I don't know, it's very interesting because some people will like have their hills to die on, you know. Like you have those people that like say like, if you voted for Trump, fuck you. You know, and then or the other side, if you voted for Biden, fuck you. I'm like, well, if you voted for both of them, fuck you. That's how I feel. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Well, I had this conversation last night about like, damn, I don't know if I should say this shit or not, but
if you say it and you don't want to, we can believe it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just talk. But like, even last night, I fucking like talked to like, a couple of friends of mine, and I forget how Trump came up, but I was like, listen, honestly, I went for Trump. Trump was everything I wanted in a president that I hoped Obama would be. Bitch, you come in there, you be a disruptor. You run this shit. You talk your shit, ruffle some feathers, get people talking, engaged, and move forward. Like all these presidents is like, yeah, well, Trump came in that bitch and he said, bop, 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 bop.
Whatever he
fuck
wants.
Fuck you. I'm going to fucking North Korea. I'm shaking hands with Kim Jong-un. Like, bruh, are you kidding me? He's a doer, you know what I mean? And I personally, for me, like, and whoever hears this, and honestly,
we got like 30
let this shit fly. But for me personally, it's like the United States of America, right? We ain't a singular state. We're a corporation. This is a fucking business. When you have to pay to put air, you have to pay to put that in your fucking tire. You know what I mean? That should tell you everything you need to know. We're a business. And
that's a good point.
And I was on the point of Trump, like everybody was like, oh, he's a celebrity, he's this, he's that. I was like, no, but before that, right, you had rappers, you had singers, everybody putting Trump's name in their mouth. Oh, I'm rich as Donald Trump, I'm rich as Donald Trump. And then all of a sudden, you know, the media comes and they spin every fucking thing that he says. And I've taken the time and I've listened to literally almost damn near every fucking interview that he's had or press conference or whatever the case may be. And shit, it's so crazy. The media is wicked.
Oh yeah, dude, all of it.
The media is wicked. They could literally cut bits and pieces out and people just eat it up and they run with it. And the people that are loud and ignorant about it are the people that only watch the snippets and don't take time to watch and listen to the whole thing. You know what I mean? So that was the only thing with me. But as a businessman, who's better to run the country? Fucking old ass, fucking 90-year-old Joe Biden who fucking shits on himself in the White House, can't even remember his shit, or a motherfucker that has literally receipts of businesses that he has across the world. You know what I mean?
Dude, he was also good at, he's just good at media. So he knew how, like, love or hate him, he knew how to get them to play him.
Absolutely.
And that's how to win. Like, this is why I won, like, the first time. And so, like, politics is boring for the average person. And he knew how to make it exciting.
Oh, he made that shit exciting.
So like all these people that never were even involved were like, dude, this guy is switching up the system. And so to where I feel, because I lean left in like I don't vote because I'm over both parties, but I still lean left in like my principles. But I'm like, I understand why people voted for him, because they were like, fuck the other side, and they wanted a change up. So then to say, like, for everybody else is like, oh, I'm gonna excommunicate all my friends that voted for this person. I'm like, dude, that just meant they didn't like the other side better. We're given two terrible choices or like two mediocre choices, whatever it is. Like that's not enough reason to like cut people off in like your life or whatever. They felt strongly that the other side was worse. And there is plenty of evidence that the other side was worse, or vice versa, you know. So it's so silly, dude.
And it's literally everywhere, bro. Like, just think about it. What the Democratic Party is, what, red? No, they're blue,
yeah.
and the Republican is red, right?
Yeah.
So hear this out, right? Police lights, they're red and they're blue, right?
Yeah.
Bloods and Crips,
Yeah.
they're red and they're fucking blue. And what do you see? Division. These motherfuckers want to kill you because you're wearing blue. People want to kill you because you're voting
this is
blue.
Divisive.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh
Come
my God.
on, man. It's fucked, yo. And like, but that's the thing. Coming into my own, you know, I'm ready to go to war for whatever it is. Like, if you want to have a conversation, if you think that I'm being too this, you think I'm being too that, let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Because half the time, people are trying to shut you up. They're responding before they listen, rather than listening to understand, rather than to respond.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, that's what I like about this format, like this in general, not just like my podcast, but I like the podcast format, like the very chill vibes where you sit across from one another, because we have gotten used to like either talking heads or pundits, like shitting down on the other side, or you get used to like Twitter. You're like, fuck this guy, fuck this guy. But when you actually get in a room with somebody, it's not like fuck this guy anymore. Like you can have disagreements and you're still like, dude, you're like, I
still love you, baby.
Yeah. Like I have friends on both sides of the aisle, politically, socially, you know, all this like spectrums. I could sit down and we would probably agree on 90% of things, and then this 10% we don't agree. Yeah. But if you go into like the online sphere, we just fight about the 10% we don't agree on, and then we're like, yeah, fuck this guy. That's so silly. It's so silly.
So dumb.
Do you want some more of this?
Hell yeah.
We'll be right back.
Hey, this is fun. This is literally the conversations I be having with people sometimes, like 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning.
This is exactly where this was birthed. So I had this idea. I'm not the first person I'm not the first person to come up with the idea of doing a podcast or anything, obviously. But I used to listen to a bunch of kind of like success-minded podcasts, and then I would just get bummed out on my life about how little I was doing. And
this shit is depressing as fuck.
I know, like you would like be listening to these people who are like multimillionaires or doing all this shit. I'm like, bro, everyone I know and myself, like we're not capable of this. And maybe we are, but like I'm just like fuck. But I would have some like I've been a bartender for 12 years or whatever. So I would just have these really great conversations, really drunk at the bar. And I was just like, dude, what if I just start recording this kind of shit, like the conversations I have with my friends? And so that's where like my first idea came from. It was like a couple of years ago. I was like, I gotta start something, like turn on the iPhone and just start recording it. So that's where this was birthed out of, and that's why it's called Nobodies, because it's just fucking everyday people just talking about life, talking about their perspective, talking about what they learned, or just being dumb. Like, and so most of my podcasts are just really fucking stupid, but I mean, sometimes you get into whatever conversation you want, but that's how a bar conversation is. It goes wherever the fuck it wants. There's no rhyme or reason. One moment you could be talking about Cardi B, and the next moment you're talking about politics, and the next moment you're talking about the spiritual journey you had. You know, it doesn't matter. Like it goes with the flow.
Yeah, and that shit's tight, because it's just like, how many conversations have you had with your friends that you're just like, well, I'm not gonna even ask you that question because it's the reason you're doing this. You've had enough conversations with people and you're just like, damn, what the fuck?
Dude, you ever like, sometimes, I can't handle it.
What the fuck are you doing?
Dude, these 3 gram Zins are so fucking spicy.
Oh my god.
I had a rogue.
Wasting my goddamn Zins.
I'm not wasting it. I'm savoring
God.
Do you eat your food fast? No, I'm just taking a little bit of time.
Touche. All right. Nah, I fucking guzzle that shit down.
Have you ever had like a really, really expensive like whiskey or tequila, like $50 or more? You just shoot it down, and they're like, "Wait, what? That's a sipper, man." You're like, "Oh shit."
Sip for who?
Yeah.
Alcohol is disgusting. Bitch, I'm gonna take this as fast as I want. But I know if I take this $50, that's just gonna get me way more fucked up than this $2 bullshit. God damn.
Fuck, I don't know, man. I used to buy Four Locos.
Oh, hey, shit. Four Locos, MD 2020s. Have you ever had a Mad Dog 2020? It's like in this little glass fucking flask looking thing.
Yeah.
You've never had an MD?
Where'd you get them?
You older than me. You never heard of the MD? It might have been my generation type of shit, but it was like, you can get them anywhere. Honestly, I think and I pray to God they discontinued them because, listen, it was just as bad as a fucking Four Loko, yo. It's basically like wine and liquor mixed with juice. Okay. It's called like an MD 2020, bruh. It was the worst shit. But when I was in college, I was young, dumb, horny, and active as fuck. So I didn't give a fuck. So you just grab them, you just boom.
You know what's crazy is I'm not young, but I'm still dumb, horny as fuck. So where are those MD20s at?
Yo, fuck. Next time you go, I'd say go to a not the gas station, but what is it?
Bodegas?
No, not the bodega. What is the other joint? The smoke shop.
Oh yeah.
Next time you go to the smoke shop, just go and look for an MD 2020. And I'm sorry.
Is it in Idaho versus some other states?
I mean, when I had MD 2020s, I was in Montana.
Okay.
So I would hope they have. I'm pretty sure they have them here.
They have Monaco's in Idaho, but they don't have them in every state. Like they don't have them in Arizona.
No, yeah. That's like even Mac and Jack's. That's my favorite fucking beer. I go down to Salt Lake.
Yeah.
And I'm at every fucking bar. Y'all got Mac and Jack's, Mike? What is Mac and Jack's? You know what I did? Josh, you know what I did? I fucking went to Mac and Jack's Instagram. I DM'd these. Hey, hold on. You think Listen, I'm about to read you exactly what I said. And I'm kind of salty, but honestly not salty because I didn't try hard enough. Because Mac and Jack. I didn't try hard enough because if I tried hard enough, I should have been sending a fucking message every week. Look at this shit. I said, oh, no way. No way. Well, I said, hey, like, I'm here in Salt Lake. They don't know anything about Mac and Jack's. I want to be like brand ambassadors and like a dude, because that's my favorite beer on planet Earth.
They're from Washington, right?
Yes, they're based out of Washington. My favorite fucking beer.
So what you gotta do? Well, I'm fuck if I know. But if I make it, one of the things that I have this idea. I've said this before on the podcast, but there's like levels of success. So my first level of success is to have a big ass brand liquor sponsor my podcast.
Boom. So y'all see, it popped up. It just took a little bit to load.
Show scene?
I said, whenever I go to a bar and ask for Mac and Jack's, they say they don't have it. I leave immediately. I love Mac and Jack's. All caps, 3 exclamation marks.
Yeah.
What can I do to hustle more of it in Boise, Idaho? I can be your connect in Boise. I'm well known here. At the bars as I am a DJ. How can I help?
Ooh, did they see it?
Fuck no.
See, that's the problem with like, it sucks because if you can't get seen, then they don't even know.
It's just stuck in that, like, you get the request.
Yeah.
And you got to go to a whole nother page.
So you got to go, if you really want to chase after a brand. Hello? Oh, it's probably locked out. Hold on.
And with that, we'll be right back. But I'm going to put my brand up. So make sure y'all check out Vibrant. Okay, we back.
Okay. So
I'll do a little commercial.
Nice. One one of my levels of success is when a big brand like Mac and Jack sponsors this show and sends us Mac and Jacks to drink on pod.
Fuck.
That would be like the first level. Like I have a free booze to drink on this podcast just to sponsor them, and then like I have it in my clips.
Yeah.
It's like we're drinking Mac and Jacks. But you have to go beyond Instagram. You have to like find people that work there and then send them messages.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, dude, I DJ in Boise. How can I help? I wanted to help distribute like the brand name. Can I be an ambassador? Blah, blah. You send me free back, blah, blah.
You know what I love about Mac and Jacks is so I'm a big fan of art, right? So their whole art shit, they have a black can or a black label.
Yeah.
And then they have a lion on the front. Hey, Mac and Jacks, if you listening, putting you on right now, all I'm asking is for an opportunity. Hell of a salesman, hell of a drinker.
You are.
Like, yo, it's literally a black can with a fucking tan lion on the front of it, just like roaring. Like the shit you see when you watch a movie and it's like, ah.
You said tit first and I was kind of in.
Tit?
Yeah, you were like tit.
I don't even remember. Oh, yeah, I probably did.
Do you know Yingling?
Who?
Yingling Lager.
Mm-mm.
They're from Pennsylvania. That's where I'm from. And
You're from PA?
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Maryland.
Oh shit. That's where
East Coast, baby.
Yeah.
That's why I fuck with you. I always know like the East Coast vibes. We just connect.
I don't even know if I'm East Coast vibes because I moved at 18. And
that's plenty. So you was in Pennsylvania from birth to 18 years old. That's plenty enough fucking time to be from Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I'm cold enough, but I do like the Pacific Northwest. It's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I lived in California for a while. I lived in the South a while.
Where in the South?
Alabama.
No. Hey, Roll Tide?
I never had a team. So I was in Montgomery. So we had Auburn here and not Birmingham, Tuscaloosa.
So you was in the middle.
Yeah, I was like kind of between the two. Dude, that was the biggest rivalry I've ever seen for football or like college football. Like, cause we were right between two of the biggest SEC schools.
Yeah.
So it was wild. But.
Yeah, my stepdad, I'm gonna drop that. My dad, I dropped that because this motherfucker, he's been in my life the longest than anybody that I've ever known, male-wise in my life, right? So he's from Bruton, Alabama, and Roll Tide all day. Okay. Like, this motherfucker, yo, like, it's almost sickening, right? You go into my mom's house, right? Or their house.
Yeah.
This motherfucker has a whole room. Alabama, everything. Roll Tide. He has a bike. He has one of those fucking street bikes, but he pimps his shit out. Like, so you obviously know, when you down south, people will put 24-inch fucking rims on a Pontiac. On a fucking Pontiac, bro. And that's the shit, like, he is the same way, but he just got this Ford pickup and the colors are all Alabama. Yeah. The rims, 28-inch rims.
Are they still into spinners? Do you know?
In Texas.
Because in Alabama,
I don't think anywhere else but Texas.
I've never seen spinners anywhere else than Alabama. But it was such a thing. Like everywhere, like, yeah, you would have some pretty old cars, these big ass tires and spinners. And they just park up and But I've never seen it. I've never seen it out west. I've never seen it northwest. It was a very southern thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm honestly like, I love that. Like, I love me for me, right? Yeah. And I love me for being an individual because I could have easily like saw my stepdad doing this, that, and the third. Because he used to get on me. My mom we had an Isuzu rodeo, right? And he would always be like, go get it washed. But no, I'm all right. I don't need to get it washed. And him with his cars, yo, every other fucking day, his shit is clean, polished, tires got the shine on it, this, that, and the third. And I didn't really necessarily understand that. And it was just like, for me, it's the way people talk to you It's the way people talk to me, excuse me. Like, don't tell me what to do, like, guide me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you tell me, it feels like, again, you're trying to, like, you're trying to tell me what the fuck to do. Don't.
Follow
just
my
guide
path.
me.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want to follow your path.
Yeah.
You know? Bitch, I just got off the road 2 weeks in a row from Salt Lake. Why the fuck would I wash my car if I'm going on the road again? You know what
Dude,
I mean?
I think that, do you feel that everybody has that area of their life that they're meticulous? Like
1000%.
Because like he might wash his car every 2 days. Like I have to make sure my balls are shaved every day. Like I'm like it has to be.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Maybe I haven't been laid in a month, but I'm still shaving those balls every fucking day. They need to be smooth. Like,
I understand. And then
but I don't give a fuck about my car.
And then to rebuttal with that, I ain't shaving my balls. Like, listen, I read something where there's such a, and you know what turns me on like a lot, okay, is women that don't shave.
You mean their legs?
I mean, well, we're talking genitals, right? So we're gonna stick to genitals. But no, like,
I'm just kidding.
That shit, fucking, it honestly, like, it turns me on, and it reminds me of like Avatar. So you know on Avatar, when they have the ponytail and they connect it to the flying shit, and there's a connection. I feel like that's how it is when like you are hooking up with a woman and she doesn't shave. She's like hairy there, and I'm hairy there. There's that connection. I don't know. This shit is weird
the
as
hair
fuck.
strands are like.
Listen. And if you could if your hairs get caught in my hairs and we connect and I can't pull out, like, you the one.
Oh fuck.
You it.
Yeah.
You it. And I just think it's beautiful. Like I mean, obviously, like if a woman wants to shave, like shave. So, do what you think. Do what you do. But if we're hooking up and we're in a relationship, I'm going to express that to you. Like, hey, I know you like to shave, but how would you feel? Just let it go.
Yeah.
Don't shave.
So
let that
I want to
shit
run something by you because I actually like the pussy shaved, but as a guy who likes to grow his facial hair and likes to eat ass, I like their asshole to have a lot of hair. So
wait, you like hair on the asshole, but not on the vagina?
Yeah. So I don't want any hair on the vagina, but when I eat their ass, I want my mustache to do the same kind of stuff with their asshole hair.
See, I'd rather have a little bit of pee on the vagina than shit on the ass. Boy, you eating shit. Bro,
I'm just fucking around. I don't want ass.
Hey, it's on record. It's on camera. It's on record. You eat shit.
Oh my god, dude! I have discovered it's crazy because like I have a bunch of friends that like lean that way, and then I have like myself and some other people like, dude, I don't want hair down there. Dude, it's so preferential.
It is.
And so when people are like, oh well, everybody wants this, like, no, everybody doesn't want it. Like, do what you want, and then you'll find the people that like the things you do. Dude, I have friends that don't like their dick sucked. I'm like, what? You don't like your dick sucked? And they're like, yeah, I don't want my dick sucked. And I was like, well, there are a lot of girls that don't like sucking dick, so that's actually fair. You need to find those girls. Like,
you know why those dudes don't like their dick sucked?
It's because they're uncircumcised?
No, probably. But it's because a lot of the women that have given them head, it's been trash. It's been shit. It's been a terrible fucking experience. It's been a terrible fucking experience.
That's why you can't be hooking up with like for me, I'm like, I don't want to hook up with somebody who's unexperienced. I'm like, dude, I
want a hoe.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I want a hoe. Because listen, hoe has such a fucking it has such a like negative name to it. But honestly, it's nothing but experience. Yeah. Give me somebody with experience rather than somebody, well, actually, I would take both. Somebody with experience and somebody without experience. Because without experience, you can teach them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can teach. But at the same time, sometimes you don't want to teach. You just want to fucking go. And if these people already know how to fucking do it, then perfect.
So I'm a both and kind of guy. So what if you have both one with experience and one without? and then you just bring them together, and then the one then if you're tired
now
of teaching,
the girl with experience is going to
teaches
teach the girl
with no experience,
exactly.
and then they both help each other out when they're with you.
Exactly.
See, that's what I like.
But we're not sitting there chilling though either, because you still got to teach them how you like to be loved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
that is a good lesson in general. Like if in any relationship, like with all jokes aside, you have to tell them what you like, and they should tell you what they like. Exactly. How are you gonna know unless you tell me, like, actually I really like this thing? Yeah. This is one thing I listened to. This guy who's in the gay community, he does like sexual advice, but he's like, the one thing that straight people can learn from gay people is like, we are so upfront with our tastes. Like when you go to a gay club and two guys meet, they're like bottom or top instantly. Yeah. Like they already know. Like if there's a top and a top's like, nah, you're not for me. I'm looking for bottoms. Cool. So they're like so very, very forthright with what they like.
Absolutely.
And so like, but heteros, like we're just like, oh, maybe they'll figure it out. But like, dude, tell them what you like. And if they tell you what you like, then you know how to like please them, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And that goes back to what you were saying earlier. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's all communication, right? I can't read your mind. You can't read my mind. I can't read your mind. You can't read my mind, right?
Yeah.
So if I can't read your mind, and I'm going down on a woman and I'm eating her pussy, and I'm just like, oh, yep, I'm doing it. I learned this trick, blah, 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 blah. Some women like their clit played hard. Some women like it barely fucking touched. You know what I mean? And you never know until you say something. I would hate to be in a situation where I'm just like, on a woman, and she's just like faking it. Like, don't fake it. Like, if this is too rough for you, let me know. How can I please you?
Dude, how do you feel about this? So I have a bunch of girlfriends that they're like, yeah, I just faked it with this dude. I'm like, dude, not only are you doing a disservice to men, because if you gave him the impression that he's good, he's going to keep doing that, and maybe he's not doing good. But you're also doing a disservice to yourself, because then you're going to keep getting that same behavior, and you're doing a disservice to other women, because then when you split up with him, he's going to go and do the same thing, and if she
I think he's doing the fucking shit too.
So you have to be real with them. Be like, dude, that's not it. Like, sorry that hurt your feelings, but that wasn't good. Let me tell you what I like.
I'd rather kill you with the truth than
goes back to what you were saying.
A fucking lie.
Yeah, it goes back to what you were saying. Be very real with them from the get-go.
And that's the same thing. It's just like, yeah, people have feelings, but honestly, we're all selfish. Yeah. I don't care who you are, what you are, or where you are. We are all selfish. We all have our needs. I will never, since my ex-girlfriend, right? I've never been in this. Every girl that I've hooked up with, right? My goal was to make them come, right?
Right.
And that shit used to fuck me up, because it was just like, damn, your pussy's so good. Like, I can't hold it. Or boom, we'll do the little pause. Then you go back, right? But then you get with some girls, and I'm just like, yo, oh my God, I'm about to come. And it's just like, oh, yes, come. And I was like, well, did you come? She's like, no, but I want you to come.
Right.
So I'm being heard.
Right.
I'm being felt.
Yeah.
I'm being understood,
Yeah.
Don't get mad at the guy for coming in 2 seconds when your pussy is phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's a compliment to you, woman. That's a compliment to you.
So that's so funny. So I used to, so I never had sex till I was 23.
Damn, mine was 18.
That's still pretty late in the modern age,
still
right?
Pretty fucking late. Yeah.
So, and then I sucked. I probably had sex once or twice, but I couldn't last to save my life. So that was the first learning lesson, was figure out how to last. and it took me 5 or
Kegels, baby.
7
Kegels.
years. But regardless, when I started like getting with, there was a certain girl where I was like, oh, I finally figured out how to last. And then I thought, well, then I should just last for days. And what I discovered then was like some girls got in their head about like, he's not coming. Like, what's wrong with me?
Mm-hmm.
So they don't like not no girl, but some girls don't want you to just go for days and never last. Like they don't want you to come in 2 seconds, but they also don't want you to last for an hour and never come because then they're like, what's wrong with me? Why is he not coming? Like you don't want to give them that, so they want you to come.
You know what's
right?
fucked up about that? It's because, right? Men, when we ejaculate, whatever the case may be, we need 5 minutes to an hour
Yeah,
before
I'm
we
more
can
on the hour
fuck
side.
again.
Yeah, I'm more on the hour
Women
side.
could come
Right away.
women's like come, right? I read something. It was like up to like 30 seconds. They can feel their come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? And then they can keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I'm just like, yo.
Just going.
And I think that's the shit that we get caught up in is because it's like, yo, if this woman can keep going, I have to do something to stay. We try to live up to the women's like sexual desires.
Yeah.
But in our reality, we can't, you know what I mean? Like without a break. Right. We can, but without a break.
Yeah, and there's a million ways, but this is where like the communication comes in. So once you, like especially, this is why I like one night stands, but I don't love them. Like you have to spend more time with the person. So
And a one night stand?
No. What I'm saying, if you have a one night stand, you don't know anything about them, right? So that's just like the first night. The sex might be hot because you're drunk, but to really get good at sex with somebody, you have to spend at least a couple weeks, right? Months, maybe. So as you pull off the layers, if you can communicate what each other likes, that's when you get into like, really good sex. So for example, if you come really fast, you're like, okay, so this is what I need. I'm going to come really fast for you. Give me 20 minutes. Let's have another shot. Let's have another drink, and then let's go again. And then I go this. Like I have, like a friend taught me this. Like, yeah, dude. Like,
sounds like a bender.
I just come and then I go again, but like give me some time. Versus, so then you start to discover like what is each other's ticks. Yep. So that's where communication is involved in like any sort of relationship. And then once you can figure that out, you're like, oh yeah, just give me some time. And then she's like, oh yeah, I want to do this, but blah, blah, blah.
Live your truth.
Yeah.
Live your truth, talk your shit, and be real. Mm-hmm. Because, yeah. And I can imagine the next relationship that I'm in, that there's not that deep conversation. Because I have to know. I need to know. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll be hooking up with a girl and I'm just like, did you come? Did you come? Certain girls are loud. Certain girls are way more reserved.
Right.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some people are just like, well, you should always know when a girl comes. No, because girls hide that shit the same way they hide taking the shit in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You never fucking know. You never know. So
also,
it's just like,
some people are just quiet about what they like. And some people are loud about what they like. And then some people are loud because they want to pretend what they like and to whatever, and some people don't. So
like, yeah, I'd rather you fucking be like, bitch, this, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Like, hurry up and come. If you tell me that, I'm just done. All right, cool. I'll go home, jack off later.
Yes.
I'll give my nut. But at the same time, she go do the same thing. She go get her nut. She gonna masturbate, get her nut. You know what I mean? But like, yo, yeah, especially if this is a repeat person that you're hooking up with. It's like, yo, how do you like to be pleased? Obviously, I don't know you.
Yeah.
We don't have the same fucking outlook on anything. What's gonna make you come? Do you like talking? Do you like touching? Do you like licking? Do you like fucking? Do you like this angle? Do you like that angle? Do you like this position? Do you like that? Tell me.
Dude, this is what I like about, so this is in the generation of texting, this is why I like sexting.
I fucking hate it.
So it's not for everybody, but I will tell you why I like it, because I like, say I hook up with a girl once, or say it's even before, you were able to tease out what people like without, like, before you ever hit it, or even after, like you can kind of talk, like, last night was hot, blah blah blah, and you get a little bit back and then you're like, dude, like, I liked when you did this, but I wasn't sure if I was doing the right thing here. And they're like, haha, like, yeah, no, that was good. And I'm like, dude, so what is your favorite thing? So that's one of my favorite things to do via text. Just like, what is your favorite thing? You can't really do that in person. Maybe you can. Like,
you literally can. If you could do it over text, it's the same thing.
Okay, that's fair enough.
With text, it's a cop out. You're hiding behind a screen. With in person, you have more confidence.
Damn, Rashad, you just called me out. I like to hide behind the screen.
You have more confidence talking behind the screen than you do in person. Because then
true.
you see that motherfucker in person and you're just like, fuck.
But I think that some people, like, so if I ask a girl straight face to face, what do you like in bed?
Yep.
She might not tell me face to face.
Why the fuck not?
But if I ask her via text, she'll think about it and she's like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to tell him, and she'll text it to me. And then the next time I see her, I'm going to do that.
All right, I'm going to stop that there, because it's literally, Josh, it's literally the same thing, right? So you ask a woman in person, how do you like to be pleased? What do you like? How do you like to be pleased, right?
Yeah.
There's no pressure on that person to answer right away. The same way they wait and text you back, They can wait in person and be like, damn, that's a good fucking question. All right. Well, if we're gonna be fucking and I like your dick, you like my vagina, like, damn, all right. This is how I like to be pleased.
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying.
And it's up to them too. So in the case where I explained earlier, when it's just like making sure everybody's on the same page in that communication shit. Like, if I'm speaking my truth and not giving a fuck when nobody else says, right? The person that I'm hooking up with or that I'm getting with, I expect them to be on that same fucking wave.
Yeah.
Like, don't hold back. And if they are holding back, the reason for the way that I do the thing that I do, which is talking my shit and staying truthful to myself, is it's contagious.
Yeah.
If people see me and they're just like, damn, this motherfucker's so open, like, what the fuck?
Yes, that's a good,
Holy shit.
That's a good vibe.
And it makes them more comfortable because I'm giving them all of me, Josh. I'm giving them all of me, like, boom. This is me on the table. Boom. See, I expect nothing less of you.
So that was gonna be my next question, because I was like, okay, so that is another thing that like you were talking about hoe shaming. So there's a lot like kink shaming, right? So a lot of people, especially in American, somewhat religious culture, were like, fuck, I have this kink and I'm embarrassed. How do you tell the person that you're with that I like this specific thing, right? So if you are if I'm going into a new sexual connection, I will tell somebody else something like really kinky or dirty that I like to open the ground. So I'm like, dude, it's fine. Like, you don't have to like this, but this is what I like. And then that gives free range for them to tell what they like. Because sometimes like people won't share that dirty kink that they like. Is like, I don't want them to be judgy. I don't want them to like shame me. No. Yeah, no, I want you to tell me so that way I know if we're gonna connect. Blah blah blah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Literally. Exactly.
Dude, when they say communication is key,
communication is God.
So fucking key.
Or goddess.
Yeah.
However you want. Literally.
Yeah. Probably goddess.
And that's like, if you see like thriving, I've seen too many relationships where it's like young couples and they're in it and then they're out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
2-3 years divorce. You know what I mean? And you know what? The first thing, communication wasn't there from the get-go. my last relationship, I didn't necessarily want to be in a relationship. It was a COVID relationship, you know what I mean? And it was one of those things where it's just like, damn, I'm lonely. This girl pops up. We hang out all the time. She's comfortable. Yeah. She's there. But her views on life and shit just don't align with mine. And honestly, fuck this. This bitch was a stripper, bruh. She was a stripper. I was a DJ. She was half naked. And this is not stripper shaming whatsoever, okay?
Dude, I love strippers.
I respect everything that strippers, because my ex, she had a fucking pole in our apartment. And I tried to, I'm not gonna lie, my closet was in the room where the stripper pole was. So I'd go in that bitch and I'd fucking grab the pole and then spin around and then go pick out a fucking outfit. Spin around and go pick out a fucking outfit. I was just like, yo, that was just a half a loop around and I'm fucking gassed. My fucking abdominals are fucking tight. That shit is a sport. But at the same time, our disconnect was like, all right, you're gonna go to work, right? She goes to work. She's half naked and she's given half the fucking city, probably people that I know, a lap dance, right? I'm going to work. I'm fully clothed. And girls come up and they try to shoot their shot or they ask for a request or they're flirty, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm easily, boom, turned down. Because I'm already getting paid from the establishment. Right. But them, they get paid based off of clientele. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was our disconnect. And even if, like, I'd literally be home, Josh, I'd be home. It'd be 7 o'clock, right? She got to go there by 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
7:45. I'm taking her. I'm dropping her off at the fucking strip club for her to make it so she doesn't have to pay like a certain fee, right?
Right.
But at the same time, she is, like I said, it's all about clientele. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's the first time I've ever been in a situation like that. So I let it ride. Honestly, I tested myself to see exactly what I like, right?
Yeah.
I listened to stripper podcasts. I watched stripper TV shows. Sure. I've done above and beyond. The only thing I didn't do for that woman is I didn't show up for her. She's been to a ton of gigs of mine, but I didn't go see her perform and see her in performance mode.
Yeah.
But you know why? It's because I felt like, for me, I've already put so much out there. I thought I was good, but she really wanted me to be there. But she never expressed that to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. For me, and I didn't care if she came or if she didn't. You know what I mean? Right. Honestly, but she showed up.
Yeah.
Cause I'm a motherfucking vibe. So whatever I spend, whatever I do, it's a vibe. Yeah. But I felt for her. Yeah. And what she was saying, she was like, when we broke up, she was like, damn, you'll never get to see me perform. You'll never see who I am outside of this. And I was just like, honestly, I'd rather not see you giving another dude a lap dance and triggering something in my mind, you know? Because I just
that's not
wasn't
for
there.
Everyone. Yeah.
It's not.
No. Yeah,
it's not. But I fucking tried, and I still took her ass to work every time she needed to go to work. You know? And then she'd walk up the little ramp, boom, she'd go in, she'd open the door, I'd see the bouncer right there, I'd see the dancer on stage. I was like, damn. And don't get me wrong, I've been to a few strip clubs, not a lot. I don't fuck with strip clubs like that.
Yeah.
I remember this one time I went to a strip club, it was actually The Torch, and this dude bought me a fucking dance. I was like, bro, I don't want to fucking dance. This girl comes and she fucking puts her head right here and she does this little, and my shit was vibrating. It was shit.
Yeah, whatever.
And bro,
it was like a cat purr.
So you telling me now, I have to look at this woman that comes on to me every night and be like, damn,
And that's what
you've
do,
had
yeah.
your head in these dudes'
Yeah.
crotches all night.
That is definitely not for you.
No.
Dude, you know what's
I
crazy?
tried 2 years. I tried.
At least now you know. Like you figured out that's not the vibe that you want.
It's not, but I tried because it was something that was uncomfortable to me. Yeah. And that's the same thing with DJing, right? When I go to another state and I DJ, that's just uncomfortable as fuck. I don't know none of these people. I don't know how they're gonna react. Yeah. When I'm with this girl, she's a dancer. It's uncomfortable. Yeah. I've never been in this situation before, but I gave it a shot.
Dude, so let me add, speaking of that, spitballing into DJ, because do you want a refill?
Do you want to do it right now, or do we have it? Because I want to hear what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring this question up. Pee break.
Okay.
Well, dude, you know what's crazy is I also dated a stripper during COVID, which is different. But for one, now you know what you like and what you don't.
1000%.
Because I love that shit. Like that's like people like just what we were talking about in you like a bush, I like a shade. You know, everyone has their own preference.
But I ain't gonna cut your head off because you say you like a shade. Like, no, bitch, you need to like it bush.
Yeah.
The same way I like it, you need to like it the same. But you see how how stupid that shit sounds?
Yeah. Dude, these are just preferences. These are like ideas of what we like. Yeah, that's so silly.
But yeah, that person, it's and her. I remember I was DJing by the river one day. And her new dude, pulled up on me, right? And listen, look, this is me, right? This is the river is right in this alley, right? This is me set up right here on the bank. Mm-hmm. Boom. I'm DJing.
Were you at that spot where, like, when you float down, you're on that bank?
By the bridge.
Yeah.
So this is me right here. Boom. Then I get a tap on my shoulder. And I'm just like, yo, the dude shows up. He was like, oh, I knew our paths would cross one day. I was like, bitch, paths crossed. It's like, no, motherfucker, you went out your way to come down here to me. And then this motherfucker goes on camera and just starts talking like, or not on camera, but he just starts talking and he's just like, you need to apologize to me for the way, how bad you hurt her and this, that, and the third. And I was just thinking in my head, I was like, bitch, what the fuck? I'm not apologizing. Who the fuck are you? And I was like, first of all, you came into a relationship and you knew this woman was in a relationship.
Yeah.
I don't care if it was the tail end or the front end. You knew.
Yeah.
So whatever you decide to pick up is what you're going to clean up.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. But he came up to me and yo, I was like, honestly, and that was the day before, like, my boy Josh.
Apologize?
That was the day, like the day before, or excuse me, the day after, right? I had like a bunch of people, like all these white boys, right? Skateboarders, just fucking hooligans, right? They all pulled up to the next gen, right? And I was like, yo, I swear to God, I wish you would have done that with all these dudes around because, like honestly, one thing that I'm grateful for and that I'm happy for is like people that have my fucking back. Mm. And I have everybody's back, especially women. So with that relationship, all right, and I'm gonna be real. I got booked on a domestic violence charge, okay? That day, I don't necessarily think that I deserve that. I deserve the DUI for sure, but I didn't get that. I got a domestic violence charge, okay? Yeah. But there's been times where me and this woman would literally fucking just wrestle, yo. Wrestle. Because obviously I'm a man, I can't put my hands on a woman, right? And we would literally like fucking wrestle type shit. And I'm just like, and most of it was me just like, all right, don't punch me in the fucking face. Right. So I hold down her arms. Right. I'm like, boom. And I fucking put all my body weight on her. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The day that we got into our shit, I literally, listen, Josh, and I'm being completely real. And if you were to have her on this podcast, I would hope she would say the exact same thing. If not, then cool. But this is exactly what happened. We were arguing. We both did drugs that night. She was in my ear. And when this woman argues, when Latinas, when they argue, it's not a 2-minute, 5-minute, 10-minute argument. Bruh, no, this is literally hours. I'd literally be in bed, Josh, trying to fucking fall asleep. And then, oh, you ain't going to sleep. You ain't going, and then her fucking shaking me, pushing me.
That Latina fire.
So I fucking got to a point where I was just like, yo, all right, I need to get the fuck out of this house. So I got out of the house. It wasn't easy. She blocked the door, so I couldn't go. I ran all the way back to the room, right? We were living in a pretty nice apartment. Yeah. It was like basically a house, but an apartment. I ran back to the room, then I fucking sprinted past her, got out, went downstairs, jumped in my car, turned it on, put my shit in drive, hit the gas. What the fuck? This bitch was on the hood of my car. So you know what I had to do? Pull her off my fucking car. And then her fucking nail broke. And so she was bloody. And so she was like doing this and touching all this, blah, blah, blah. So I left. I came back. Listen, Josh, I should have got a DUI and not a fucking domestic violence charge. Because I literally ran the fuck away and I told her. And this is, again, with boundaries and talking your shit and living your truth. I said, I don't want to be around you right now. Yeah. Do you think she understood that? Fuck no. For her, she thinks, and honestly, this is all in terms of communication too, right? Sure. So in this sense, she thought that I was leaving her when I would fucking leave. I was just like, no, I just need time. Yeah. Give me fucking time and space. Yeah. When she wants that, I already know. But her telling me, she don't have to run away. She doesn't have to fucking juke around me to fucking understand that shit.
That is a really good, I think, lesson between males and females, especially when you're like connected. Like, dude, I'm not leaving you right now. I need to leave right now. I'm not leaving you forever. I need to leave right now because I don't want to be here in this situation.
No.
And that is, I feel like a lot of people feel in a fight or whatever, like, dude, I need to get out.
Yeah.
I just need to go home, separate myself. But if you chase me down, like, I feel like I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, and like I said, it's fucked. And then the thing is, like, literally a month, she called it off with me 2 days after my birthday, right? 2 days after my birthday. She bought me a whole controller case for my fucking controller, all this. And then 2 days after my birthday, she called it off. It's like, damn. And then I found out my fucking dad died. And all this other shit was piled on. Bruh, I was on my hands and knees begging this woman, please don't go. Please don't leave me. Like, I will turn it around. And I'm glad that she said, no, I'm done. Because you know what would have happened? I already felt like I was like locked up and locked away.
Sure.
You know what would have happened in that instance if she would have stayed? She would have had all control of me.
Yeah.
there's nothing I could have done. Like me doing this podcast, I had to be like, hey, babe, I'm going to do this podcast. When I'm out and about with my friends after I
Gotta
DJ,
check in.
she would have
Check
been
in.
like, if I'm not there, what are you doing? Where are you at? Blah, 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 blah. So that's like with this one girl that I've been like talking to and hanging out with. She's been like super dope, and we laid those foundations on the table from the get-go. And I was just like, yo, and I told her, this is like any woman that I fucking like talk to or have any interest in. It's like, I don't mind kicking it with you, right? But I just want to let you know, I don't want to be a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't want to hook up with you and then see you and be like, I don't know who this is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I know me, I
Yeah.
know who I am, and I want to hold truth to myself,
Yeah.
right? You know? So it goes back to Josh. You talked about it earlier. You talked about confidence, and you talked about like being on the same page and level as someone. The only way you could be on the same page and level as someone is if you are on the same page and level with your fucking self. Self.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, right?
Yes.
You do some shit, you do some fucked up shit, right? They gonna leave you, right?
You're still dealing with yourself.
You gonna do some fucked up shit, they're gonna leave you. Bye. See ya. But if you're speak your truth, like, hey, I like you. I think you're fucking fine as shit. But I'm in this line of work. I'm in this line of work, right?
Yeah.
And I just want you to know that I'm a flirt. I'm a flirt. And when I flirt, it's not necessarily to hook up with people. When I flirt, it's to grow my business. Yeah. It's literally to grow my fucking... If I flirt with this girl and be like, hey, what are you doing next weekend? Boom, bop, bam.
Yeah.
You ain't doing nothing? Oh, cool. Come to my show.
Come to my show.
Come to my show. Boom.
Dude, that's exactly right. If you're on the up and up, and this is how I feel about who I am. So I'm a flirt in individual, like I'm a flirt always. I've been a bartender, but
oh yeah, motherfucker, that shit is in your blood.
But you like when you're building your business is based on people getting out on the dance floor, people coming. Like I see, like this girl comes up to me, like for you, this girl comes up to me. Oh my God, I love this set. Like, where do I see you next? You flirt with them. You're like, yeah, bring your friends out. I'll be at this spot next. Like, this is promotion. This is so when you...
And you know what? I got all my clothes on.
Yes. So when you start dating, or no, like when you start like talking to a girl, they have to understand that. My whole business is around marketing with people. Girls like my music. I have to bring this in. If you're comfortable with that, you're my person or my type of person. If you're not comfortable with that, then get the fuck out. Like that's where I feel like I resonate with. Like I'm building this thing, and if you can't handle that, I'm going to talk to all these other girls or like talk to all these people because I'm building this brand. I'm building this business. Like you are building your DJ brand. I'm building this. Yep. If you can't be on board, then you're not my person. Like, or you're not like even remotely like somebody I need to spend a lot.
That's just like a woman coming in your life. You're doing these podcasts, right? You get a woman on the podcast,
dude,
and then you
3/4 of my audience is women. You
get deep, intricate, and you ask all these questions, and then that girl is like in your ear, like, why do you have to have her on? Why do you have to do this?
No.
But content.
No.
But do you see these motherfuckers making money off this shit? Like, are you not?
If somebody would ask me that, I'm like, no. That's kind of that's a good like analysis of like, so if you see, I don't know, like if you want to build say for example DJ, for me podcast, but if this is what I'm building, the people, like the girls that I bring in my life, if they're like, yeah, I like what you're doing, but I don't like that you have girls on.
You fine as fuck, but bye.
No, bye. Like
bye.
that's not the energy that I need.
No. Nope.
Because I am building my thing. So anything, like, you have to be solely purpose for me anyway. I don't need some girl that I want to fuck maybe to change my own perspective of what I want for my own life. No.
And then it's even if you want to fuck, absolutely, it's just like, okay, so let me tell you, I hooked up with this one girl, right? And then she told me, she was just like, oh, you're not giving this away to nobody else. Duh, 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 duh. And she was hella fucking bossy and telling me what to do already. And I'm just like, nope, this ain't gonna fucking work. This not even in the slightest. Because I have my own person, I'm my own man. You either get on board with the shit that I'm doing, because if you're doing your shit, like, I'm not gonna stop you from doing your shit.
Yeah.
Do your fucking shit.
Ultimately.
But if at the end of the day, you and I are going home together,
yeah,
perfect.
Yeah.
If you're doing your shit for content, which I'm doing my shit for content, then fucking let it be that.
Yeah, I think so.
Let it be that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I feel like we're all living and learning, so we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, and it's just the way that we've all been raised. Because it's like, you go to Africa, bro, Africa, Dubai, whatever the case may be, these motherfuckers have 14, 15, 17 fucking wives.
That is true. That is true.
And monogamy is a Western, like, cultural thing, right? Because they try to fucking control you. But I go out here, you go to Africa, I can get 5 women pregnant.
Yeah.
And the only thing, right, that's on my mind is, yeah, the pleasure is there, but at the same time, it's more so like, look at Nick Cannon. Look at Nick Cannon. This motherfucker has 12 kids. With almost, 10 different baby mamas? You know what he said? The reason he does the shit that he does, you know what he said? But no matter how old I get or how rich I get, somebody's always going to be my predecessor. Somebody's always going to take over.
Yeah.
For men, we are here, the whole shit, we are here to reproduce. Okay? That's why it'll take 10 men, what was the statistics that I saw? I think it was like 30 men can impregnate every woman in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And everything would be like continuously going.
Yeah.
I can nut in 5 seconds. You're pregnant for 9 months.
Yeah.
You know how many people I can fuck within 9 months? Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Respectfully, because I hear somebody in the kitchen. Respectfully, and I know you live with women.
Respectfully!
Yes, but still, it's just like, what
no,
the
dude.
fuck?
Okay, so I'm not a fan of monogamy, so you're chill in this environment. Hey,
come in here.
Cinda.
Come in here. Who is that? Cinda?
Yeah, Cinda.
Cinda, you back? Let's
Cinda's
go.
Back. Dude,
come here.
He's on the casting couch.
Come here.
No.
Cinda,
That's
come
funny.
here. What's up? You heard the conversation we just said, right?
Bits and pieces.
But, all right, what's your take on it?
Can you refresh my take on what part of the conversation exactly? With bits and pieces.
God damn.
About like how.
All right, go pieces.
So you can nut 9 seconds. I have to be pregnant as a female
for 9 months.
So I also don't think that it's just men that just want to fucking procreate. I think that every species, like the end game is to prevalate. Like I think that, but now that we have such every species go on like a bell curve, right? And so now that we got so many humans, there's less of us really signing up for that, life. I think that's just the new way.
At the end of the day, if I were to fucking come in you, right? Mm-hmm. You're gonna be pregnant. If you get pregnant, you're gonna be pregnant for 9 months. In those 9 months, with me as a man, I can literally go out and fuck as many people and women as I can.
Yeah, it is. It's a bee in a flower.
Literally. Literally. Bee in a flower. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
guys are bees and women are flowers.
bees wouldn't exist without pollination, either with the earth. It's very
And if I'm not mistaken, didn't Mary get pregnant without fucking having sex?
No, she had sex. She had sex. She had sex with Jesus, his dad.
Oh, God?
Yeah.
Mary had sex with God.
Yeah.
Where in the Bible does it say that?
No,
Please tell me.
Implicated.
Oh, my bad. Okay, you're right.
If a normal guy gets a girl pregnant without her permission, it's called rape and it's terrible.
Wait,
when God does it, Jesus.
But
if God does it.
Well, oh, fuck.
Anybody else?
I know.
It's never like without permission, like, because I would hope.
God did not ask Mary permission.
God didn't ask Mary.
I'll bless you with this gift.
But Mary, as a holy woman, do you turn down God and be like?
Get the chance to turn him down. She was just.
What do you mean?
Right?
What do you mean?
Actually,
how do you know that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess because it's never been said before, and people talk about the story quite a bit.
This is a fucking.
Even for someone that doesn't, is not well versed in scripture, I feel like that I would have known.
See, the whole Bible story is fucked. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
No, it is fucked. And the only thing that the only thing that fucks me up about the Bible is that it's just so confusing. Like, when you see somebody, sorry.
You can touch it.
Okay. When you see somebody, right, and they're giving you scripture, right, and they're just like, all right, this is what the scripture says. Psalm this. And then you jump to the verse that you say in Psalm connects with the verse in Deuteronomy, right?
Man.
How the fuck? That shit is insane.
Is that just that means it's well written?
Yeah, they piece it together. Really
Psalms is really
Maybe I'm
good.
just dumb.
Deuteronomy is nice.
I'm just dumb, yo.
No. That's not dumb to notice. People don't notice those things.
Rashad knows so many people I know. It's so crazy to me.
So you guys, I was one of those high people, and we got stoned before I went to Walmart, and I was one of those stoned.
You brought everything.
No,
you brought everything in Walmart.
I lost the fucking car because I
oh no,
drove yours.
My
so
car.
I was just like beep beep.
Cart.
Beep beep.
Cart or car?
Car. I went into the other exit, and I was like, fuck, because I'm not very mindful, and I go into there, parked too high.
Fuck. You obviously brought my car back.
I walked.
That sounds like she walked. Everything. It sounds like she fucking walked.
Oh my god.
Well.
All right, dude.
This has been a blast.
Rashad.
I'm sorry. I have to go do sound check here soon.
Same.
Fuck.
We're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
We are wrapped.
Hey,
what's your Instagram?
Yeah, I'm glad I finally met you.
Hey, I like you. You're fucking gorgeous. You know that?
Oh, thank you.
All right, don't get a big head now.
What's your Insta?
Rakim _P. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Raheem, RAHKEEM_P. You'll see a dude in a beanie doing this.
Don't worry, no one listens to the ends of these, so.
So maybe you should put the at the front.
Ooh. All right, brother. Oh shit, dude, this has been fun.
Nobodies.